Hi everyone, thanks for watching this devotional today. I'm glad to be sharing again with you from Psalms. Today we're in Psalms 32, and I want to share my thoughts on verse 5 today. It says, I acknowledge my sin to you, and I did not cover my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. You know, during this pandemic, what is one of the worst things you have to live with? Maybe for some of you, you weren't able to go to wherever you want. Or maybe for some of you, you had to live with the fact that you don't see your friends in person, but you have to see them over Zoom. Or maybe you have to live with the fact that you can't go to your favorite restaurant and sit down and have that dish that you love so much. But I'm thankful that that's only for a season. But here the psalmist reminds us that the worst thing that we have to live with isn't outside of us, but is actually inside of us. It's having to live with our sin. It's having to live with our own mistakes, our iniquities, our guilt, our shame. I mean, that is the worst thing to have to live with, because what it does is it eats away at us. It causes us deep pain and hurt. Just like the psalmist says, when I refused to confess my sin, my body wasted away and I groaned all day long. That is not something we want to live with. So how do we free ourselves from it? Well, the answer is here. We need to confess our sins to God. He says that once we confess our sins, God is faithful, He's just, He'll forgive us of our sins. He sets us free from our past mistakes. He sets us free from our sin, our guilt, our shame. How do we know that? It's because God's own Son, Jesus, died on the cross for us. He died for all our sins. He bore the weight of it on the cross for us. So when we go to God and ask for forgiveness, He won't hold any of those sins against us anymore because Jesus died for us. Instead, we're set free from it. And I hope you're blessed by this today. And I hope that this is good news for you today, because our sin is not something I think we should all live with, because God already paid the penalty for it. And I hope that with God's freedom, we can begin to love God and love our neighbors as God intended. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us for The Five.